Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to the Scorpions Top 10 Best Songs Countdown. So, band itself formed in 1965 and celebrating their 57-year anniversary this year. Put out brand new album, Rock Believer. So 2022, first album 1972, 50 years between albums. Now, between all those albums on the original releases, they have recorded 191 songs. We're not talking bonus tracks and demos and all those other kind of things, but just the core songs from the albums. 191 songs through 50 years. And so as part of those original albums, I'm going to be doing a countdown of my favorite and what I consider to be the top 10 best songs. It covers 9 different albums, and we're going to dive into all of that in just a bit. But before we do, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like. All those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, as an added bonus, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music, just like this with the top 10 best Scorpions songs. All right, so I got a couple honorable mentions here to go through. The first one up is the song To Be With You in Heaven. It comes off of Crazy World from 1990. It's the third track on this album, which is their 11th studio album. And the song itself, it's a mid-pace rocker. It's got a nice build-up at the beginning of it. It's what I really like. And then it just goes into this sort of simple driving riff that really moves the song along nicely. All right, another honorable mention that I want to give a shout out to is the song Walking on the Edge that comes from Savage Amusement in 1988. This is the song that's on here is the 5th track, and the album itself is the 10th studio album. This one here is a real nice power ballad song. It's got a slow intro on it that just begins to build with some real heavy drums that are coming in on it until it crashes in for a huge chorus. And it just has such a beautiful refrain on it. I love this song. All right, and the third honorable mention to point out is the song Edge of Time. It comes from Live Bites in 1995, 12th track on this album, and it was one of 3 new studio songs that was included on it. So this one here being the 3rd live album, but it had 3 new studio tracks. And so this one here is a slow rocker. And for me, at least, it's got all the classic elements of the Scorpions. It has a nice mellow opening on it with a heavy drum backbeat to it into a melodic chorus that just really brings the song home for me. But all right, so we covered 3 honorable mentions there, got those out of the way. Now we're going to jump into the top 10 best songs. And the first one up here, number 10, Wild Child, that comes off Pure Instinct from 1996. It's the first track on the album itself, 13th studio album, and it features Matthias Jabs on guitar for this one here. This one here is a heavy rocker. It's one of those songs that's got a big opening. It's even complete with bagpipes on this thing here. Then it just goes into a crashing riff and rocks right on through to the chorus that gets even bigger and bigger. And there's just lots of melody on this song. So heaviness, melody, everything comes together on it. One of my favorite songs by the band. All right, coming in at number 9, Still Loving You off of Love at First Sting, 1984. 9th track on this one, last one on the album itself, featuring Matthias Jabs on it for guitar. This one here, beautiful power ballad, just one of the most beautiful songs that they've recorded. Starts off very intimate and slowly builds, getting heavier and heavier, yet still having a lot of heartfelt emotion through it. In my opinion, it's not only one of the best Scorpion songs, but it's just one of the best power ballad songs ever. Okay, coming in at number 8, In Trance, from the album In Trance, 1975, 2nd track on here, obviously the title track. This was their 3rd studio album, this one featuring Uli John Roth on guitar. It's a slow rocker, and it's got a very quiet fade in on it. You hear a very heartfelt Klaus Meine start to sing on it before the song itself crashes in with a really big chorus on it, just driving that title, I'm in Trance, right into your head. It's one of those very memorable songs in my opinion. All right, coming in at number 7, Blackout from the album Blackout, 1982. It is the first track on here, obviously title track, 8th studio album from the band, featuring Matthias Jabs again on guitar. This one here is a real heavy rocker. It's one of the best opening guitar riffs in my opinion. Just hitting hard from the start. It never lets up in here. Klaus sings with such intensity on this song, and the guitar riff comes back right through the chorus on it. For me, it's just a perfect track. Okay, coming in at number 6, we go back to this album, Love at First Sting, for the song Big City Nights. Album was 1984, 6-track this time, and of course again, 9th studio album, featuring Matthias Jabs again on guitar. Real mid-pace rocker for this one here. Like all the best Scorpions songs, this one has very cool opening guitar riff on it. The whole song though is full of melody, and it has a big over-the-top chorus on it. Just something that Scorpions are kings of doing in their songs. Okay, coming in at number 5, Make It Real from Animal Magnetism, 1980. First track on the album, 7th studio album, featuring Matthias Jabs on guitar here. This one here is a classic rocker. One of my favorite opening guitar solos that they do in their songs. But this one here, when the verse comes in and it starts on here, it's got this underlying chug to it that just moves and moves until you're back to that amazing guitar work from the opening. But now it's being used as the chorus in here. So it just kind of comes full circle, and I really love how it does that. Coming in at number 4, Rhythm of Love from Savage Amusement, 1988 album, 2nd track, 10th studio album. This one here featuring Matthias Jabs on guitar. It's a slow rocker, but this one here is an interesting one. The drums on it are really heavy, yet the instrumentation is really mellow on this until the guitars and the rest of the instruments unite on this thing, puts it into the stratosphere of the rock gods. This thing here has a really cool over-the-top chorus on it. It's just one of my favorite songs by the band. Okay, coming in at number 3, I'm Leaving You from Love at First Sting, 1984. 3rd track on the album, 9th studio album, featuring Matthias Jabs on guitar. This one here is a real classic rocker in my opinion. Great opening guitar riff and soloing on this one here. And it just builds to an opening for the vocals perfectly here that come in more melodically, but really works perfectly with everything here until a really hard driving chorus comes in and breaks in on this thing. And I just love this song. Can't get enough of it. All right, coming in at number 2, Coast to Coast off of Love Drive from 1979, 4th track, 6th studio album. This one here featuring Michael Schenker on guitar. So he came back into the fold from this one after having played on the 1972 album Lonesome Crow. And this one here is an instrumental rocker, so a little different than the other songs we've been talking about that have Klaus on it and whatnot. But the opening riff on this is a real fist pumper, building the excitement throughout until the double guitar attack comes in on this thing. And that melodic lead work that's on here, it takes in place of the vocals on here, I just think, in my opinion, is one of the best Scorpions tracks. I love this thing when they do it live. All right, and the number 1 song that I consider to be the best song by the Scorpions, No One Like You off of Blackout from 1982. 3rd track on the album, 8th studio album, featuring Matthias Jabs on guitar. This one here, a melodic rocker. From the opening guitar riff and the soloing that's on this one here, I think this one just hits the mark. It builds until Klaus comes in with this melodic verse that's on it. But it builds again until this monster chorus hits on it and just puts it right over the top. And again, it's just something that classic Scorpions that they do so well. This one here, I think they do the best on it. Now, I know you guys are all saying, what the heck, why is Rock You Like a Hurricane off of Love at First Sting, the 1984 album, not in this? So that track, 2nd track, and again, 9th studio album, probably their most popular song and featuring Matthias Jabs on guitar. For me, while it is classic and it's got that great driving opening riff that's on this thing, I've never really been a big fan of that song. And for some reason, when I hear Klaus sing on it, Here I Am, Rock You Like a Hurricane, what I hear Klaus singing is Here I Am, Raunchy Like a Hurricane. So never been able to get that out of my head when I hear it. It just doesn't quite gel with me. And I know that's kind of a silly thing, but that at least is the reason why that song is not in my top 10, at least, of what I consider to be the best Scorpions songs. So there you go, top 10 best Scorpions songs. Some related videos that you can check out, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I have done a full review of the brand new album Rock Believer if you want to check that out. And I've also done an album ranking. All 19 of their studio albums have been ranked, as well as I have a 95 CD music collection of the Scorpions, both band and related side projects and things of that nature. If you'd love to see that huge collection, click on the link in the description. All right, everyone, hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Share this video out on social media, help spread the word. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, everyone, take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.